How's it going, everybody? Doing another gum chewing horror movie review here today. This is going to be a review of the movie Pearl. I guess it came out a few months ago. I can't remember. It is a prequel to that movie X that came out last year. X was pretty cool. I actually liked X, but I thought it was, I hate to say overrated, because like reviewers and the critics were saying it was like, yeah, they were acting like it was some kind of fucking like revelation in horror. It was a cool movie though, for sure, no doubt about it. This one's a prequel that focuses on Pearl, the older woman who's nuts. In X, played by Mia Goth, she plays the two roles, and the other one Maxine as well. And I think they're doing the third one in this trilogy called Maxine. So she's back again as a younger Pearl in this one. I'm going to try to score this movie as best like how I felt. It's a little hard. This movie takes place in 1918, so the world war is going on, and the Spanish flu is hitting as well. So masks are in here and stuff. It's kind of funny, a little different way. But this movie had a really, like, in my opinion, cool look and style. It was very, a lot of people said this too, it was very like Wizard of Oz-y, like even the music and stuff was very not what you would get in a traditional thriller or horror movie. I liked the music. I liked all that stuff. Mia Goth, the acting's really good from the people who were in it. Like, she's on a farm. She's on the farm from X, but she's got her dad, who's like pretty much almost like comatose, can't move or anything, can only kind of look around at thing. And her mother, she was German, and she's kind of a hard ass on her, and she has, the Pearl has these dreams of being a dancer and all this shit. And the mom's a real kind of like hard ass. So she thinks she's gonna be on the farm forever, and she's like, But she does little, she like does little shows for the farm animals and stuff. I think the cow's name's Charlie, and Mary, the sheep, I think, Francis. Oh, there will be spoilers here. She kills a duck early on. I think she kills this duck because it like kind of stole her spotlight a little bit when she was doing a little number in the barn. And feeds it to the gator. I would assume this is the same gator from X, because I mean, alligators can live a long time. I'm pretty sure they don't even like really kind of know how long they can live. I forget the gator's name, but she like calls it and it comes to her. And she goes out and shit, and then of course there's like a little bit of paranoia because the pandemic of that time is going around, and she goes in and catches the silent movies and stuff, and befriend like the guy who runs the projectionist, kind of like all you can be in and stuff, and blah blah blah. And her husband is off at war; he's in the war, so he's not there. I fucking this up, but I would assume yes, that her husband in the war, spoilers here, he comes back at the end to quite a scene. I'm pretty sure that's him in X as well, right? I don't know if it's the same dude, but yeah, acting's really good. Mia Goth's excellent. Apparently, she co-wrote the screenplay with is it Ty West who did the first? And is he the one that did The House of the Devil? Was a really good movie. I think he did that, and he did some other one. He was in Your Next, but I don't know if he had anything to do with Your Next. But visually, this, like I said, has a very dreamy, like that Wizard of Oz fantasy-ish type look. Like I said, Mia Goth's great in this role. She plays a great loon. And she like it moves at a very slow pace before it starts to get like, okay, let's get some fucking blood in here and shit. She does kill a duck early, but and like I said, the acting's all well done and stuff. And you can kind of see her like little cracks, like during the beginning and stuff. She starts like pinching her dad and shit. She's like making out with a fucking to see if he like feels pain. She's kind of and then she puts her hand around his throat, and she makes out and dances and starts boning or dry humping the fucking scarecrow. So she's definitely off. I mean, when it actually picks up, it's good. She takes out some people. I'm not gonna tell you everybody she kills and stuff, but she wants to leave though, and like she's hanging out with the projectionist because he's like, "I'll come back whenever you want." And she's like, "Yeah, I have to wait till my I can't leave until like my parents die." And she's like, "I wish they just died," type thing. And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "Nothing." But he goes back to the house with her. Like, I'm gonna spoil all things here. Her and her mother get into like a fight because her mother's like, "You're gonna be a failure. You're gonna fuck this up." She's like, "I want to go fucking. This is a tryout at a church. This dance troupe." And she's like, "I'm gonna do it." She's like, "You're gonna fail." And they start fighting. And she's like, her mother gets caught in the flames of the stove or whatever, the pot, the fireplace. And she like whips her in the basement. Things happen there. And with the dad as well, she fucking suffocates the dad because he can't do anything. But the cat's being. But this one's a little hard to review because I really enjoyed parts of it, but there was parts that were annoying. Like after she really starts. It's just like a breakdown after she does not like her. I'm sorry, real quick. Her in-law, her sister-in-law. That's is the Pearl's husband's sister. They pop by with the mother and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, she's the one who tells her about the church thing, the tryouts or whatever." And they both go, and only one person can win. And then it's Pearl's turn. She does this great thing. Actually, it's really well done too. The way this looked and stuff, it looked nice. It's a very well directed movie, I gotta say. But they're like, "We don't need you. You're good, but we have a bunch of you. We need like a blonde-haired girl," and that's how the sister-in-law has blonde hair. So she's bugging out. She starts flaving. You can't do this to me. This type of shit. And she really like loses it, like almost like. And the sister-in-law brings her home. Obviously, that does not go well. But there's a part. She's like, the sister-in-law's like, "Just tell me how you feel," or something like that, right? And she's talking. She starts telling her everything. And it gets crazy, but this like monologue or whatever she does goes on for like 20 minutes, and it's well acted. But I'm like, okay, is this gonna end? But she's talking as if the sister-in-law is her husband, and everything. She ends up boning the projectionist and shit once, and then he comes back to the house, and that doesn't go well. Also, the sister-in-law's mother brings like a pig to the family, and the mother's like, "No, we're not taking charity," and they leave it on the stoop, and like eventually it's sitting there the whole time, maggots growing on it. But there was something like missing from this movie. Like I said, very slow paced in the beginning. That like 20-minute scene of her just speaking, like I said, well acted, but kind of takes you out of it, especially because it's starting to kind of ramp up a little bit. She does some weird stuff, like she takes one of the alligator's eggs and like crushes it in her hand, it's like. But she's doing all types of crazy stuff, and I'm probably missing some things here, but like I said, it's just a hard movie to review because I did not hate it, but I didn't like it. It was okay, I guess, acting was great. It had such a cool look, and the music was good. It had such a kind of a unique-ish look for these kind of movies, which was cool. I'm always down for something being different in the fucking horror genre, to be honest with you. But it was very slow-paced and just a little, I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it. But it was like missing something. I'm trying to think how many people she actually kills. 1, 2, 3. I think 4. Is it 4? I want to say it's 4. was something like, I don't know. It was interesting. I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on, but the style was there, and maybe this was as much substance, like it was like, she does, like I said, Miguel does the role great, like she's excellent, and the other people, her mother is really good. The father's just in a chair the whole time. I said to my fiance, I'm like, it's gotta be hard to like act like that. My sister-in-law is good as well, projectionist and shit. But it was definitely, it was all right, I don't know. I'd probably go like a 6.5 on it. I did not hate it, but I think the problem is too, and this goes with X as well, which I liked X more than this by a bit, quite a bit. It didn't have this. It had a good. Actually, X had good style too. Like I said, the guy, is it Ty West? The directing in this movie is cool. There's a lot of cool shots and stuff. There's a lot of just, I don't know. I love the style of the movie for sure. It's that fantasy, like dreamy, type style, and it's cool. The ending's like the nice spoilers as well. The husband does come home from the war at the end. At this point, the parents are dead. I'm pretty sure the mother's dead. Because she's got burned, but like it seemed like she was alive for a bit. I think she was dead though. She had to have been. And she's got the maggot-ridden pig on the table. And he comes home and he sees this, and then he turns to her, and she just has this creepy smile throughout most of the credits too. Just says the end. So he's probably like, okay, I'll stay with you. You're nuts, but like I said, there's something. I don't know. It's one of those movies where I can't put my finger on like the thing that was missing. I don't. Yeah, because I said the acting was good. It had a cool look and visual. I did like the music as well. But there was like something. That's why I go like a 6.5. Like I was enjoying it, but there was parts where I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like I'm bored almost. This movie goes from like kind of boring, not to say it's bad, but like boring, and then like, oh, here we go, and then it's a little bit boring again, Because I will say that I think this movie was like probably maybe like an hour 35, something like that, before the credits, and it felt longer than it was. I'll say that because the beginning kind of drags, even though it's not bad, it's dragging on because you're waiting for shit to happen. You see her start to go a little nuts, and she's acting a little nuts, but it kind of drags a little bit there. But like I'd say, it's between a 6 and a 6.5, maybe like a 6.2. It was okay. I don't know if I'd watch it again. I don't know if I'd watch X again. No, that's what I was saying. I think with X and how they treated it and I enjoyed X quite a bit, but they were acting like it was some fucking, like I said, revelation. Like, oh my god, this is the changing horror. And Pearl, I know, reviewed very well also. And I feel like it's like these movies are like propped up so much that it's not going to be as good as all these people are saying it is, and then you see it, and I thought X was really good, but it wasn't like this fucking genre-changing, defying like movie. Like it wasn't fucking reinventing the wheel here. And then Pearl was an absolutely different style, so I will say that, it went in a different direction there, but I don't know. There's something off about it. I don't know what it is. Maybe if some of you have seen it, you can kind of give me your opinions on it and shit, but like I said, like a 6.2, something like that. We'll say 6.2. It was better than average for me, but it was not like good. I'd say fair if we're doing like the old game rating system. I'd say it was a fair movie. But yeah, kind of like I said, my reviews are kind of all over the place, and I could watch a movie 10 minutes ago and I'm still forget shit. But yeah, that's just a review of Pearl. I would say check it out if you're into those kind of movies, but be prepared for something. See, this one's more of a. They were making the first one out to see, like, it was reinventing the wheel. This one at least did different things that I hadn't seen before, so I'll give it that. But it kind of strayed away from the formula, and it came off differently. I don't know.